So this is a second part to the lesson video. This is not a lesson. This is tips for prayer. It will also be found in the prayer series on the blog. The reason for this video is to give a few basic tips. I will also write this up so that you're able to read it forever. I will say more than I write, most definitely. But use the Bible. Read bits of the Bible and reflect on the meaning of those words. The Liturgy of the Hours gives a passage in the office and directs you to the Psalms in every prayer. The office of readings, the morning prayer, the daytime prayers, the evening prayer, and the night prayers all point you to verses from the Bible. So that's a good set for even if you can only say one prayer out of there a day. It's really worth reading. You can reflect on the Bible and it will give you a lot of information, as well as you'll have a lot to reflect on. When you say the Rosary, you can also take those Bible the verses that mystery refers to and pray them. Well, read them as you pray. So if one of them has three or four verses, just take those verses and reflect on it, and some of them are longer. Like the Annunciation, what I have here is Luke 1:28. That's only one verse, but there's more to it than that. When you actually go to that, you can find a bit more. Or the Presentation. These are the Joyful Mysteries. Luke 2:22 to 23. There's many more. All of them have a Bible verse attached. Use them. Read those while you pray. Another thing is keep a prayer journal. Write down in the prayer journal what you said, the prayer, so forth. Write down anything meaningful, your intercessions, anything you learned in the prayer, and how you felt. And these are just examples of what to have in there. You can also put down, to keep the prayer journal organized, probably best if you put down the day and the time. You can have multiple entries per day, rather than at the end of the day just say, well, I did these prayers today. It's probably best if you wrote it after each prayer. You probably have more use out of it that way. Take your time. Rushing through prayer is not needed. The prayers, the formal and informal, they're all beautiful prayers. Every prayer you can think of, it's beautiful. Take your time. Focus on what you're doing. I know there's a lot of people that, especially in the Rosary, will race through it. They'll do it with any formal prayer. The point's not to race through it. Take your time. Talk to God or Mary, Jesus, the saints, whoever the prayer is directed at. Talk to them the way you talk to a friend. In most cases. So don't race through it, because you won't race through what you're saying with a friend. You'll talk where they'll understand what you're saying. Reflect on what you say. As you say it, think about what you're saying. Focus on what you're saying. Think about it. Mean it. So forth. Mean what you say. Don't just say it because it's on a piece of paper. Mean what you say. Okay? So over time, these tips, they'll just be second nature. I know some of them are going to be a little hard for some people to do, because especially if all of your life you've been rushing through prayer, it may be a little difficult to get into the habit of taking your time. So that's all I have for the tips for prayer. I'll see you in the next video, and I hope you learned something important today. God bless you. Have a great day.